Enough about us.
Joining us now is BYU Baseball's Eric Urry. We just explained that he has a mangled hand. I feel like mangled, Eric, is a little bit too strong, but when you describe what happened to you injury-wise, maybe it is the appropriate word. What happened to you, man? How come you can't play for BYU Baseball anymore, full capacity?
I would say it was mangled, but against San Francisco in the extra innings, I was squaring around the bunt. We got a leadoff runner on, and I was the next hitter, and I was given the bunt sign, squared around the bunt, and pitcher threw it up and inside, and almost defensive, couldn't get out of the way, and almost protected myself. Because there's a picture, actually, that BYU Baseball posted, and the ball was coming almost right for my face, and it hit me right in the middle of the finger, and I knew something was wrong. I fell to the ground. The ball actually went into fair territory, too, but everybody just kind of stopped, and the umpires ruled that it hit off my head and went fair, so it was a dead ball, but I took off my glove immediately because I knew it hit my hand, and my finger was mangled. It almost looked like an S, and it was actually bleeding too. And I thought it was just my fingernail that was bleeding, but a bone chip from the X-ray actually broke off from my bone and punctured through the skin and came off, and now it's just floating in there. So we're going to have a bone chip floating in there.
In the world?
So it was pretty extreme.
That description probably needed a viewer discretion is advised to it.
Sure, yeah.
That's intense. So do you feel after the fact that, hey, I saved myself from getting hit in the head?
It was kind of just a freak thing. I couldn't get out of the way, and realizing that the ball was going to hit me in the face, I kind of turned my head, and it probably would have hit me in the face. So hindsight, I'm glad it did hit my finger, but instead of a broken jaw, I have a broken finger, but I really wish it didn't hit me at all, to be honest. So.
Yeah.
Okay, so mangled maybe is the correct word.
Mangled is
If you have a better one, BYU Sports Nation,
After
send it
that
in.
description, mangled is good. Wow.
Holy cow.
I didn't realize it was that bad. Yet, so we thought you were out for the year.
Mm-hmm.
Yet you've somehow become a base runner, a pinch runner still.
No,
How does that work?
So Alex Davis, our trainer, him and I, we got together and we made a molding so that I could basically put over my hand to protect my finger from sliding or diving or doing anything or getting hit by the ball. So late in the game, if we need a pinch runner and I need to run for example, Colton Shavers, our DH, I can get on base and steal for him, and so we can score.
Wait, you're faster than Colton?
Just a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, he hits more home runs than I do, but I'm just a little faster.
There's the trade-off.
Yeah. So, I pinch run. Alex, in the 7th inning, we always get together, put the cast on and tape it up, and I have kind of a club with my thumb sticking out, and I can run the bases with like that. And I did it against Pacific. I got in and stole a base, and so it's fun, and I'm just glad to be with the team still and be a part and feel like I can contribute even though I can't play right field like I was. So.
Eric Urry of BYU Baseball with us, mangled hand and all, in Studio B, earning man points, running bases. Who cares? Just give me a club on the hand.
You played hurt with the voice. I've never had to do anything like that. This is like I'm sandwiched between toughness
I feel
or
a bond.
I have to battle through the top button every day.
I don't exactly have a bone floating around somewhere.
No, you don't.
In my finger.
No, you don't.
Holy cow. I saw you come back to the field later that day after you completed the sweep of San Francisco with your fiance. Mm-hmm. That's like an impossible situation for you to be in because, you're getting married. She wants to be there to support you. What was her message to you at that moment, Eric?
I think she was just scared, to be honest, wondering if I was okay or anything, and she knows how much I love baseball and what BYU means to me, and she was more disappointed, not like disappointed, but just sad for me, knowing how I wasn't just hurt like physically, I was just kind of down emotionally, knowing that with a broken finger that I wasn't going to be able to play every day, and she was there supportive and the greatest, so I love her and appreciate her for that. So.
You got a huge series coming up starting tonight, 8 Eastern on BYUtv, BYU Radio against St. Mary's. What will it take in these 3 games to try and help your cause to get into the West Coast Conference Tournament?
Well, yesterday our Coach Littlewood, told us that we need just 4 out of their next 6 games to solidify our spot into the top 4. And if we could even take 3 here and maybe 3 next week, we could even finish top 1, like first in the conference or second for sure. We want to be middle of the pack, 2-3, and looking good at our spot right now. But right now I love the fact that we control our own destiny. We can go take care of business today and tomorrow and this week, and so that's the plan. But
is there any chance that you play in a greater capacity with this team this year, given the injury that you have?
So right now the goal, they told me 4 to 6 weeks. I'm out, can't do nothing. So Dr. Rich and I are meeting almost weekly to take x-rays to see how the healing's going. And to make the conference tournament, if I can get this cast off in 2 weeks and see if I have full strength and Dr. Rich clears me, I might even be able to play in the conference tournament.
Okay.
So
wow.
That is the goal.
Can you imagine right now trying to bat? After
Right now, I can almost do it just having the finger off the bat. But Alex, I was in the lineup actually when I pinch ran for Shaver. I was the DH after that, and my turn came into the lineup again. And Coach Pratt actually told me to get a bat, and I did. And Alex Davis looked at me and just kind of shook his head. I'm gonna nip that one. So he didn't want me to go out there and hit, but I think right now I can move it around. It feels pretty good. It's not extremely painful right now, but to grab a bat, I think the hardest thing would be to actually throw, because that's the finger that has the most pressure when you're throwing the ball. But hitting, I could see myself doing that before throwing.
Now, replacing you in right field is no easy task. And I mean that as a sincere compliment, because you are an outstanding, experienced fielder out there. In fact, I've called a couple of your amazing catches, and and that's what they are. They're amazing. So what does Coach Littlewood do now to fill that huge gap that you leave in right field?
Well, right now I think there's a lot of options right now. We can have either Jarvis be a catcher, or move Bronson Larson out into left field and move Whitney to right, or we have Andy Isom as well. We have a lot of diversity in the outfield and really a lot of good hitters behind me as well. So, I mean, I appreciate the compliment of a big hole to fill, but I know we got guys on the team that can definitely fill the shoes that are there. So.
You guys have been really good at home. You've won every home series this year, which has been fantastic. What's the biggest advantage you have at Miller Park?
I think we just love playing at home. It's more comfortable. It's easy, especially since Utah is so cold. We have to travel a lot at the beginning. It's kind of tough to be constantly playing on the road. But we come here, we have great fan support, and we have our walkout songs. We're in our own dugout. We have our locker room. Everything just feels more comfortable at home. And
the rally hat stacked 3 feet high.
The tower on Buffo, for sure.
Oh, Maverick Buffo. Eric Urry with us in Studio B of BYU Baseball, working hard through a dislocated and broken finger. Hopefully the Cougars can get him back in the West Coast Conference tournament, or perhaps beyond in the NCAA tournament. We'll end with this. Your roommate is Sky Pove.
Yes,
just
he is.
signed to have an opportunity to play with the Green Bay Packers. Mm-hmm. He's at like every home game supporting you with some of the other BYU football guys. What's that relationship like between you and Sky, and what have the conversations been with him as he's now trying to make it in the NFL?
Yeah, so Sky and I, we actually served a mission together in Dominican Republic, and that's how we met. And when I came home, I remember coming here on my recruiting trip, and he was actually hurt that season when I came to the game. He had tore his foot. And I met him. I was like, bro, we got to be roommates. We got to hang out. And so we actually call each other, and we're like, I'm living in this house. You want to live? And we got to be roommates and best of friends. And he comes to all the games. I go to every football game. And he actually took off this morning. He left for rookie camp this morning at like 3 a.m. I watched him leave. I wished him good luck and hope the best.
What were you doing awake?
I wasn't awake. He woke me up. Yeah. So.
Yeah. Does he pay rent on time? Is he good about that?
He pays rent on time, but I'm the one that's late usually. He usually gives me.
Is he still going to pay? Are you going to have to remind him like he's gone?
He's gone. He might make me pay.
Packers, we got rent, bro.
I should make him pay, because if he signs a contract with the Packers, I'm going to make him pay for my rent.
Absolutely. Eric, great to have you, man. We wish you the best of luck in a quick recovery. In fact, let's give you the BYU Sports Nation karma for your recovery of the middle finger.
And recovery. There you go.
We'll do our part, man.
I appreciate it.
We'll do what we can. Good stuff with Eric Urry. All right, man. Before you go, we want you to sign the flag during the commercial break, if you don't mind.
Okay, I will, for sure.
Are you right-handed or left-handed?
I'm left-handed, but I've learned how to write.
Oh, nice. Okay, this will be fun.
Very good.